Personally, I spend a lot of time researching sleeping bags, tents, backpacks, and sleeping pads, and I often spend a lot of money on those things too, but there's a lot more to backpacking than just that. Sometimes just the little items actually make it a lot better of a time when you're on trail. So I put together this list of 7 items that I really love, and I'm really excited to share with you guys today. So let's get started off with that. My name's Dakota Coburn. I'm a venture photographer. I really like backpacking gear. Growing the channel over the last few months has been a lot of fun, and it's been really difficult to do actually staying consistent with this, but you guys' comments have been awesome and I'm really excited for the future. Got some adventure videos coming up planned, so don't forget to hit subscribe. Enough talking now, and let's get started with the gear list. Up first, we got a pill that I don't hear anyone talking about. This pill is from MEC, and I have roughly about 2 weeks of sleeping on this pillow, and I've been really happy with it ever since I picked it up. It's very lightweight, it's affordable, it has a nice foam top to it, and it's wide for my shoulder, so there's a lot of things I love about it. The pill's surrounding this nice soft topper to it. You can't take it out of the case, but that's fine, honestly. After me sleeping on it for a total of 2 weeks, I'm not really saying where, and it doesn't smell. I have a sniff at the pillow. Can you smell anything? You guys definitely can smell through your screen, correct? Anywho, the inflation valve is pretty nice too for making adjustments. It has this little triangle thing. Give it a little tap to adjust the amount of air you want into it, and blowing up's pretty easy too. I can get about 2 breaths, but I got some pretty big lungs on me. No leaks or anything with it. The topper is very interesting. It feels like it's a bunch of little foam pellets on the inside that's spread across the top of the pill, and it makes it really comfortable. And it doesn't really seem to add that much weight to it compared to your traditional ultralight backpacking pillow. A lot of the ultralight backpacking pillows just feel like a rubber balloon, but with this nice topper and a little bit of foam on it, it makes it really comfy. And plus, with it being a bit of a thicker pillow, it's nice for people with broad shoulders, but then also you can deflate air out of it to adjust it for the thickness that you want. And then, you know, if you don't have as broad shoulders, you like a bit of a more narrow pillow, you'll be able to really hug your head well and it'll be very comfortable. I'm a big fan of this, and I don't know why more people don't talk about it. Probably because it's a Canadian product up here in Mac, but most backpacking YouTubers from the United States, I feel like they'd be more inclined to buy a Canadian product with their dollar being significantly stronger than ours. And plus, shipping with Mac is only like 20 bucks Canadian. For all my neighbors down south, this is a really great pillow you should consider having a look at. Mine's a size medium. I'm a big fan of it. Up next, we got this product from GSI. What this is just a little pot scraper. Lately, I've been cooking a lot of my backpacking meals inside of my cook pot, and I'm not doing as many boil in the bag meals. What that means is I'm gonna have a big mess afterward. The problem is when you're cooking off something like a BRS, it's harder than home to control the flame, and I find right where the flame hits the pot, it quite often can burn things. So having a hard scraper to clean out your pot, really nice. It's kind of awkward taking a stick to shove it inside your pot and trying to scrape it out. I find that never really goes too well. But the nice thing with this scraper, it has 2 ends to it. It has this hard plastic side that you're able to really dig out burnt bits of it. Nice rounded edges to it too, so if you have like a pan you're trying to scrape out, and there's different angles to it. And then on the other side, you can see here the gray bits. It's nice and soft and super flexible, so it's easy to get stuff like, say, I don't know, you have some instant potatoes inside your pot and you just want to scrape out the residue on the sides. Maybe you take a couple bites out of it. You could use that as a little spoon. This thing's only a few bucks too, and it's super lightweight, so in those times where I know I'll be cooking a lot out of my pot or bring a frying pan with me, I'm bringing this guy along on my backpacking trips. It just makes cleanup that much easier, because cleanup on trail really sucks and I'm not a fan of it. And as you can see here, there's lots of black charred bits. I use it a lot when I'm car camping as well too, when I try to clean up my skillet and I burn stuff to the bottom. It's pretty grubby looking, but I've had this thing for a few years and it hasn't broken yet. I really dig hard on trying to get stuff clean. Up next, we've got something I actually made a whole video on. I'll link it up above, but this is a fuel transfer valve from Camping Moon. This thing's only 20 bucks, but ooh, ravens are having a little dog fight in the air, duking it out. I did a whole video talking about this thing, and I'll link that up above. Won't go into a lot of detail about this, but this thing actually is a big money saver. What I'm able to do is purchase the large fuel canisters and transfer it into the smaller fuel canisters, so I'm able to save more. It really helps with keeping the cost down of my isobutane. And it's nice too when you go on a backpacking trip and you don't use up your fuel canisters completely, you can dump it up into another one or just keep them topped off. So I'm not living with a bunch of canisters with only a quarter of life left back in them, because I don't want to bring one out and trail when I have a quarter of the fuel left in the canister. That's what this thing is. Big fan of the Camping Moon transfer valve. If you're curious about anything I'm talking about today, go have a look down in the description. I have a bunch of links for everything down there. Up next is something else I didn't realize they're all cooking related, but a little ferro rod. These things are surprisingly lightweight, and honestly, they're just a lot of fun. I know sometimes people get really serious with their ultralight gear and just try to shave grams everywhere possible. Having a little ferro rod is actually kind of fun just to light your camping stove. Just flicking some sparks onto it is very satisfying. It channels your inner child, if you know what I mean. At the time of filming this, it's halfway through August, so it's not too much longer until the fall comes and the campfire bans are gonna lift, so having a little ferro rod's gonna be nice for starting some campfires. I want to do some more campfires in my backpacking this coming up fall because I've never really done it before. So picking up this little ferro rod is super lightweight. A nice thing too is like if it gets wet, you do not have to worry about not being able to start a fire or be able to ignite your stove. I personally have never had issues with my big mini lighters. I've always been very careful with them, but if you pour water on it by accident while you're trying to cooking up your meals, it can really mess with it. So then you're gonna have a hard time trying to get it to light, where you can submerge this thing completely in water and start striking away and you're gonna be totally fine. Super small ferro rod too. It's by a company called Light My Fire. Very fitting name. I'll list the weights of it up on the screen. This ferro rod setup, and I'll take off the string just to see what that is, just because I'm an ultralight gram weenie. I like to see how light things can get. We're all getting on trail just to have fun too, so this is just like a fun luxury item I like to bring with me. Up next, we got a pocket knife. This particular one I've had with me for a few years and it's pretty lightweight. It's only 70 grams, and now I know a lot of people say you don't need to bring a knife while camping, but I know some people want to bring a knife with them. I'm about 50-50 if I bring a knife with me or not, depending on the type of trip I'm going on. Now this pocket knife is called the Camillus Rage. Camillus? Camillus. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm gonna call it Camillus. Camillus Rage. I'm gonna call it the Rage. I'm just gonna refer to it as my knife, whatever. But anyways, it's super lightweight. It has a glass nylon handle to it. It seems to have all these gussets along it. I'm not a knife guy, but it's a very narrow design. It has a little clip here that you're able to attach to the top of your pocket. Nice little safety lock on the top here. It's made out of 440 steel, which seems to hold an edge quite well, and it's very easy to sharpen. It has a nice belly to it in the middle here, and then a nice little top, so it's really easy for cutting things like zap straps. It's part of my everyday carry, so I always have it in my pocket, and times when I want to bring it backpacking, I like it. It feels very comfortable in the hands, and has a 3-inch blade, about a 4-inch handle, 7¼ inches long in total, and yeah, and I bring it with me every day when I'm not even hiking, just because I like the lightweight and slim profile of it. Up next, we got a mosquito head net. Let's pull this bad boy out. All right. Let's do this section of the video with a mosquito head net on, even though there's no bugs around. Now with the recent video I've seen from My Life Outdoors where he talked about how well bug spray worked for keeping bugs off, and well, it made it pretty obvious that it's not 100% effective, and in my experience that's been pretty accurate. The best way to keep bugs off of you is to cover it up with long sleeves and whatnot. A lot of times I wish I had a bug head net with me while I have long sleeves and pants, but not covering my face, I've done it too many times. It just drives me crazy. This thing weighs next to nothing, and the times when you do want it, it's really nice to have it. This particular one's from Sea to Summit. It's made out of ultralight mesh, so it keeps the weight down even a little bit more, and the thing weighs next to nothing, so I don't even think twice to toss it in my pack. I just bring the head net version because I typically wear a sun hoodie and usually have some sort of protection for my legs as well. Ugh. Sea to Summit has this micro little stuff sack for it. It's really nice. It's super light and just keeps everything compact in there so the bug nut's not getting snagged on everything. If you're going in mosquito territory, this thing should be a no-brainer to bring. And the last thing, it's a little difficult to show you guys just because I've been sitting on it for this video, but it's my camp chair. I'm gonna sit back on it just because it's comfortable. This particular chair is from Living Basics, but I've seen so many other companies make the exact same model. I think it's all made in the same factory, and then brands just rebrand it for themselves. Kinloch's makes a version of it. They call it the Chair 1. I've seen lots of other versions. Trekology makes one too. Now, the reason why I really like this chair is because honestly, it's super comfortable. It weighs a little bit more than your other backpacking chairs, but it is significantly cheaper. I've tried other chairs before, such as Nemo's Camping Moon, or not Camping Moon, Moonlight. Oh, I had it on the screen. But the bars in the back, I find just stick up right into my lats, and I don't find it very comfortable. The Kinloch Chair Zero is fairly similar to this, but it's just not quite as comfortable to sit on, and the whole reason why I'm bringing a chair on a camping trip is because I want something comfy to sit on. If I'm already committed to bringing a chair, if I'm on that type of hike, another ½ pound to a pound more compared to an ultra light chair is worth it for me. That's my philosophy on it, at least. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget a thumbs up. And I'm curious, like, what are some gear items that you like to bring along that are kind of little odds and ends that people may not think of? If you enjoyed this gear list, check out this other one I posted over here of 5 items I think everyone gets wrong. See ya!